Welcome everybody. Today we're going to go over how to make a latte using the Deloni Dinamica. So first you need to turn on the machine, and it's telling me we need some water, so let me get some water in this tank. Okay, water has been added. I'm going to put it back in and you'll see that water sign here will disappear. Okay, so we've added our water. It's going to take some water and put it through the system so it washes this part of the machine. It's a little clean before it starts the actual process. So when you turn on the machine, it will clean itself, and that's what it's doing now. Okay, now that the machine is clean, all the buttons light up, and next thing we're going to do is make sure we have enough coffee, of course. So the coffee is added at the top over here. Let me show you. There we go. You have a compartment for fresh whole bean coffee, and then you can also have ground coffee inserted in here. Of course, I recommend using the fresh whole bean. Nothing better. It tastes the best freshly ground. And you have a setting here where you can have a 1, which is the finest grind, or you could turn it up to 7, which is the coarsest grind. Typically, it depends on what kind of beans you have. For the beans I'm using a setting of 1, so that's the finest. And what that will do is it would ensure that the coffee that we're making will be extracting the most antioxidants, as there will be higher pressure generated at the finer ground. And so you see a lot more foam forming. And the foam is where the antioxidants are. We'll see that in a little bit. All right, so now we've added water, we've added fresh ground coffee. The next thing you gotta do is, of course, let's make a cup of coffee. So you can move this up and down depending on the size of your cup. There we go, I'm gonna put that in here. And now I'm gonna do 1 shot of espresso. One thing you could do is you can select the strength of your coffee first. So I can either go all the way up. Typically what I do is I just go to the medium setting, and then I click this button right here to start 1 shot of espresso. And now watch how, as the coffee goes down, there's a lot of nice foam forming. Like I just said earlier, if you have finely ground coffee, it's gonna get extracted real nice, and you're gonna get real nice foam here. There we go. Just beautiful. See all the foam going on the side of the walls and also within the coffee itself. And it's gonna slowly rise up. All right, now that we have the coffee ready, the next thing we have to do is froth the milk. All right, so to froth the milk, you're gonna need one of these stainless steel cups. All right, but just enough milk, using 2% organic reduced fat milk. Just to have it on the bottom. You don't want to add too much milk. It depends on how strong you want the taste of the coffee to be. If you want it to be more diluted, you can add more milk. Less diluted, less milk, of course. But I just put about this far up on the bottom. Okay, and now to start the frothing, we're going to be using the frother here. We're going to click the steam. Once you click this button here, the steam is going to get started to generate. You insert this just inside the milk, and then you turn this knob here to start the foam. And when that happens, come over here, I'll show you what it looks like. What I'm trying to do is just keep the frothing just on top of the surface, and the sound will tell you where you are. If you're too deep, it won't make too much of a sound. If you're too far up, it will make too much of a gurgly sound. You want it to be just enough so that the surface, so that it just starts circulating like this. You see how it's disturbing the surface, and the whole milk is circulating throughout the whole cup. And what we want to do here is we want to keep going until it becomes warm or hot and uncomfortable to touch on the bottom. So you put your hand underneath, and once it becomes too hot to hold it, that means your coffee is ready. You don't want to overfroth it. All right, so now that that's completed, what we can do is you have to break the surface tension of this. So you just agitate a little bit like that, break the surface tension of the milk, the frothed milk, and then as you just add it on. There you go. Now you have a nice cup of latte. Enjoy, guys. All right, so after you're done, we're gonna have to clean the frother. And to do that, you will turn this knob with a towel underneath, of course, to catch any hot water. And as it starts to spray, after it sprays a little bit, you stop it. And then you use the wet towel now to just wipe this frothing stick. All right, and that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Until next time.